Oh, great.
Yeah, it's started.
Sure.
Yeah, it's on.
Right. Here's the order. November 2025, law was from Association. Not here's your proper notice.
Notice posted according to statutory requirements, November 3rd.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Would you finish? Yeah. Dan Nicholson.
Here.
You are. I'm here. Jan Young.
Here.
Paul.
Here.
Steve Marachek.
Here.
Leslie Jacobs. Here. Karen Baker. Monica Heidel.
Here.
Mark Howard.
Here.
Tammy Alborn. Here. Tiffany Conklin.
It's really
Barbara Carey. Here. Russ Miller. John West.
Here.
Here.
Very good. Alright, let's just start out with just a couple little reminders. By the same stuff I said last meeting, but recycling does not go in your dumpster in your cluster. Cardboard and recycling goes over by the office. If you have it in a plastic bag, don't put the plastic bag in the recycling bin, dump it out. Take your bag back with you. They don't want bags in. Hence. Everybody knows, you're gonna be on a leash, and you gotta come back. I've got a award sign out in my closet. Rick Warren, male person, who stepped in the dog stuff and tracked her all the way to his house and had $250 face carpets. Unfortunately, our customers know who it is, but we can't.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, they're keys. All right, minutes. Somebody review the minutes?
Yes. I think.
That's actually two amendments proposed. Thanks to my editor. On page 2, the amount anticipated to earn interest this year is 71,800 per month. Did we add 60,000 in there? So proper amount will be 71,800. And then there was a missing motion that recommended replacement of the security chair, and the motion the table prevailed. So those two will be added to the minutes, and otherwise they can be accepted as amended.
Move to accept as amended.
Second.
Third. Anybody opposed? All right. Those are proof.
What a hammer.
I know. That's what we're doing. So you have trouble hearing us without a mic?
Yeah, like
Okay. Definitely.
Need the green light on.
Welcome to the green line on up. There we go. Okay. Barbara, you're up.
and regular report.
Okay. Did you recommend some? Okay, we want to make some first. So overall, we're underwriting the budget due to the lower insurance premium that we flew back as March. Now that the winter season is here, we can start seeing some of those seasonal variances start to eliminate. On the CD report, we have $1,621,000 of reserve money invested in CDs. To date, we've earned $61,000 and change on that, and by the end of the year, we'll have 71,800 earned on that. Okay. On the operating side, we've invested $100,000 of operating funds in CDs, money that has been collecting in, accumulating towards the payment of the next insurance bill in March. When these three CDs will earn about $4,900. We'll try and get another one CD on those, so we can get, as much money as we know. Dan, the mic keeps going out.
You have to talk right into it.
Sure, on it.
It's sensitive.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you.
You wanna?
Zero count, okay. Accounts receivables as of the 31st of October is units that owe less than 1/4 but more than $500. 2 units that owe 1/4, 22 units that owe 2/4, 1, and one unit has been sent to the attorney to collection, lien filing, and for closing. That's unit 345. Very average second month of the quarter.
Old business. Second floor slab renovations,
Again, they've been going slow. We talked about this. It's an issue, but we're close to resolving. A contractor's let with lumps of concrete to fix the ones that have crumbled at the edge and the ones that got torn up when we had to remove materials that the owners had placed, such as polypebble and tile and things of that nature. So there were 14 of those. 2 of those have been done. The painting contractor is doing those for us, and we hope to let him do it in sequence as he's coming along because they are painting it. And of course, the color, the turquoise color that not turquoise, but the orange color that really wasn't received too favorable is being covered over by the paint contractor as he comes along. So hopefully there's 12 more to remodel the drains. What happened is that when people put in polypepple or the brick or anything they put in, and then the drains went in afterwards, when they were taken out to do the structure itself, change the pitch angle or the height of the drain. So it had to go back in and lower the drains on those. There's still 12 of those units to do, but they are doing them probably within the next 30 days.
John, what color are they going to be?
It's the same color as the stairs.
Excellent, thank you.
Electrical. We're fortunate right now. There's no unit issues with the electric. Florida Power Light did have what they call a neutral line go down in O cluster, and that they had to come in and do a wiring to all the handholds, which is quite extensive. They had about 8 or 9 trucks there at one time. Anyway, that's done, but that's at their expense. So right now, there's no unit ownership or units that are affected by any temporary ground faults.
How you guys?
current camera system renovation. I only have one thing for this, just real quick. Earlier this year, I believe the board, we voted on less than $8,000 to be set out for the cameras. Remember that? That bill came in at $7,995. Thursday last week, we got another bill from them and said, we forgot to charge you tax. You owe us another 500 and some odd dollars. I just want to get the board's thoughts on that.
What is it, Frank?
They've been trying to get that 500 and whatever it was paid for months, but nobody printed off the bill, so I got it and I printed it off and took it to Robin and it's now been paid. It's not something that just came in this month, it's been months old, so.
Yeah, my problem is we weren't supposed to pay over 8,000. The tax should have been included originally. And now we're going to be looking at, what, another $5,000 to finish?
If we tend to, yeah, well, the bill never had it on it, and, I'm sorry. Yeah, the bill never had it on it, and, well, we never in the office got the additional bill until you sent it to him. Okay, Jim, if you'll notice the bill was sent to Jim, but it's okay, it has been taken care of, so it's satisfied.
We didn't send it over to you, so.
So say,
Well, now Robin will be getting me.
yeah, but anyway, so that has been resolved, it just, when it showed up, it was somewhat surprising to me, as it was to Steve, the fact that we had a specific not to exceed, and all of a sudden it's $500 more. The, in your packet, you have the, latest quote from Mobec to upgrade the system to include the office. And, should be in your packet, right in the end. And that would mean that you would add of the various components here. And it's interesting that
No tax on that.
So, but to upgrade, include the office, which would have cameras that would check out the interior of the office. The cameras would also encompass the tennis courts, the pickleball courts, and the maintenance material and checks back. And this price is $49.65.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, online.
It's not filled in.
Nope.
7%.
So it's up to the board whether they wish to continue. The system is currently up and working. Cameras 1 to 4. We're recording at all 3 entrances, close at the foot of Wildwood Springs. At that key there's also a functioning camera there. We had one outage that turned out to be not the camera system, but Spectrum had an issue and they had to come out. And of course, we are saving now because Spectrum used to bill us per station for a month. Part of the new contract was that they would give us this service free, and that's what's going on right now.
John. See if this thing is on.
Yeah, hold it in.
Hold it until the green light comes
Yeah.
up. There you go.
My question is specifically this, do we have anything
It's not on.
else that we need to do?
Let me see that too.
My question is, we have done upgrade. Is
You have
it
to talk
finished
right into
now?
it. Talk right into the microphone.
Is it finished now?
It's finished for what you're planning to cover, if in fact you're planning to cover. There was a debate at when everything went back together, whether they felt it was necessary to add to the system or not. I mean, theoretically, you could say that this is the final step of completing the holistic part. In the future, you might want to put cameras at the pool, or you might want to put stations of something else elsewhere for the amenities. So I can't say it's finished, but it would be finished for what's being contemplated right now.
Excellent. So basically, we will see another recommendation from the security committee if we need to add more stuff. But right now, we're not going to find any more $500 or $5,000 programs coming through, right? We've got it done.
Yeah, if you approve this, you're at that point. If you don't approve this, then it would be looked at again, maybe in the future, or maybe not.
The last question I have for our accountant down there at the end, this stuff tax deductible? all these electronic things that we're doing and extra expenses?
These are other topics.
They're operating,
Yeah, it should be operating, yeah.
They also are phones.
okay, thank you, that's what it was.
But I have a question.
Does this system, or does this, company monitor the cameras?
You're not monitored, the cameras are monitored by the security chair and my office. But we're not paying, we don't pay a monthly fee for anything. This is just the purchase of equipment, and then it's there for if there's an issue, then we look at it back, up to 14 days.
How soon that Mobic is gonna charge us tax
You
to the
assume-
tune of $327.55.
Yeah.
Can I just make a comment? I happen to have my notes back from the original board meeting. This came up in May 2025. And the board approved 7,800. They approved up to $7,800 plus tax. I believe we use the words plus tax. So, yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to say is that these cameras are intended to cover the office. And that is, something we need security, another set of eyes on. Being that we were had one incident in the office, a year or two ago, something like that.
Right,
Yeah, I was in the,
right after the camera went down.
Years ago, right? So, I mean, definitely think we should be approving this.
Good.
you gotta hear a motion.
Make a motion to approve the invoice for
Second,
$4,965 plus tax.
Plus tax.
plus tax.
327.55.
Second? Was it more?
Tom was,
Barbara, do you want to put that? I'm sorry. If you want to include the fact that pay for it out of reserves for purchasing equipment versus operating.
I'm sorry, you're right. We paid for the original setup out of reserves, Mike, because we had a budget up there. Yes, you're absolutely right. This should come out of reserves. And we have the money there for that, I believe. Yeah.
Could you do this?
Make a motion to approve Mavik's quote for $4,965 plus tax. This is for security equipment at the office.
To approve Mavic quote of $4,165 plus tax for security cameras at the office to be paid for through reserves.
So we say the office and surrounding areas or something,
Yeah.
that's very narrow. Are you talking about inside the office, outside the office? What are we talking about?
since around.
Surrounding areas.
Office.
And surrounding.
Building
ground.
grounds, yeah.
Okay, again. Approve Mavic's quote of $4,965 plus tax for security camera at the office and surrounding area to be paid for through reserve funds. Cookie. Yeah. Dan?
Yes.
I say yes. Steve? I'm sorry, Shannon first.
Yes.
Steve?
Yeah.
Steve Ratchek?
Yes.
Leslie? Yes. Is that here? Monica?
Yes.
Marv?
Yes.
Tammy? Yes. Tiffany's here? Yes. Yes. Barbara? Gus, not here, John West.
Yes,
Dave West.
Next item was the building paint project. I'll say something and John can add if he has anything. It's going really well. I've had positive uh, feelings from everybody that I know of. We had one issue today that we reaffirmed with the painter. I guess a couple of owners said they didn't need the inside of their shutters painted, and so and that's fine if they don't want the inside of their shutters painted because they were gonna shade. They said don't bother, just do the outside. Well, the painter, the one that doesn't speak a whole lot of English, decided that, well, if these people think that they don't need theirs painted, maybe I should make the decision on as I go. So he quit on some of them. He was looking and figured out that's a good enough. I'm not going to paint. We had an owner come forward. And I talked to Tim, the head guy, this morning. I do pretty much 2-3 times a week. And he said, oh no. So he said, take care. Painted, the shutters come out and get painted on both sides. The fences get painted, the railings, everything. But yeah, I think they're doing a really good job. Anything?
Biggest, and we're helping out. The biggest issue, and we knew it was going to be a problem as it started. It's the shutters themselves. When they paint, put back in, they have a tendency to stick. They have to be very careful when they take the shutters out to make sure they go back to the same place. It's like a puzzle. If I take your shutter off and try to put it on, say, Tom's, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. You don't have it. You understand? So, but all in all, everybody is we've had positive comments.
yes. I had a question the other day in regards to the front doors and so on. They're being painted at the same time as they come by.
Yeah. They'll let you know.
Okay.
They're in my cluster right now, doing the buildings, and today they have fences. They haven't done any of the rounds, the doors yet, but or the pergolas. They started on the pergolas today. Good.
They get the trailer out of cluster B.
How fast one go. Yeah, the railing, those of you who have the favorite railings coming down your stairs, the handrails on not the one on the building, but the other ones, the metal ones, they're really turning out nice. And if you go up in Pinehurst and look, you'll see. Question?
Yeah, question. Are they gonna repaint the numbers? Cause they're all.
Yeah, well, take care.
Thank you.
Yep. And then that. It's a little crack. You're gonna do it in pink? Okay. All right. Carport repair. We had a long meeting this morning. Building committee was at 10 o'clock this morning. We had a couple more contractors come in because the first one had a reorganization. So we decided that's out. One of them was ultra high, so he went out. Manson, our roofer, he's still in the bidding, but we wanted to get 2 more, so we had 2 more in today. And they came in with 2 different types of bids, so one of them has got to recalculate, so it's in the process. It's gonna be after the first year, so it's not a big deal. You wanna add anything, John? Okay. Old security lighting. Tammy, wanna jump in?
We, as an experiment, put lights, lights that are really high up at pool 1 and at pool 7. They are motion sensor LED lights. They come on in 15 minutes. And we put them so they're only focused on the gates that coming into the pool area. We made sure that they were not shining in people's doors or anything, focused only on the two gates by pool one that people sneak into, and also the two gates at pool seven. Since we put them in, we have not had a problem whatsoever with breaching of intruders or homeless people. At pool one, we had to drain the pool 2 times, or the hot tub 2 times because of shampoo and bubbles. In 1 week, it was on a Monday and it was on a Thursday. And so the experiment is working.
The clean horse.
Squeaky clean.
I have a question. Yes. About the cameras, is it just visual, the recording, or is it audio too? It's all. So there's no cameras that people said that around?
That is a dummy camera,
Oh, okay, sorry,
but it seems to be working. Well, we're just looking at the kids and grandkids at the pool, but those were, I had a couple of those in my condo, and I told Jeff, I said, why don't you put one of these up there? He said, how does it be like points? And it looks like it's a, you know.
so I don't have to worry about anything I said at the pool.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna.
So they want to stop it.
I didn't.
Now, during bikinis, let me tell you.
I just have a question on the cameras that you just proved. How many cameras is there?
8.
8?
Around the office.
8 around the office. Is that in the office or is that also outside?
Now,
It's 4 and 4 that basically.
No, the only one we put in the office before was right at the entrance.
Okay.
shining on the
Except
front
for
door.
people coming in, everything else is outside.
Okay, and the others will be outside.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes-
Right.
We didn't say we wouldn't put a microphone in the pool, we just said that the cameras aren't there.
Or you have a. Okay, next item, we're gonna discuss, our budget for next year. John?
Quickly for official, the state requires to mail it to the owners a minimum of 14 days in advance. That statute was complied with, and so
Open for discussion.
From the audience, you should present.
Yeah. Anybody here jumping up?
I'll make a motion to accept the as proposed.
Second.
I'm gonna discuss.
Now, any discussion on the board? I think we're pretty much. Of course, Johnny.
You know, I went back, is it working now?
Sure. You gotta speak right.
Right into it, make sure the green light's on.
I went back,
Gotta let go of it after a couple.
there it goes. I went back over the budget, I went back over the explanation, and I can see absolutely nothing that we missed in there, up to and including our preparation for future issues that we are going to have potentially with the roof. I think about all the people that we have close by, neighbors, et cetera, are getting $26,000+ assessments. And I think about what we've gone through in the last 4 or 5 years, where we in essence have covered in most cases everything that we've had that we planned for and had none of these giant assessments coming in. So I think we've got a budget here that not only plans for today, but also for 10 years from today, when we start having the big issues with the roof having to be replaced.
Here. Marvin, the motion, Shannon, second. Okay, I'll get the audience, Sue. Come on up.
Can I stay here for the last minute?
Well, we need a mic. I'm sure the green light's on.
Yeah, turn the green one on.
You know, and I don't really be an hour to every critical, I simply have questions. So I'm asking questions. When I went through this, first of all, you know, there's all a formula when you're doing this page. And that formula, so anybody, you want to put it at the top of your document, it's supposed to be in parentheses, D minus E in parentheses, divided by C equals F. And everything on this page follows that formula. And I know that just because John and I did it a million times. And everything here I found matches that formula, other than if you go to your building paint line, and it starts with your useful year 10, remaining year 0, and I put at the top of each one of those columns. The useful, estimated useful life is column B. The next one is column C. It's this page that I'm talking. Estimated useful life in years is column B. Estimated remaining useful life in years is column C. This page. This is a very important page. Replacement cost is column D. Estimated balance for 12/31/25 is column E. Full funding requirement for 2026 is column F. And from those columns is where you generate your formula. And the formula again is parentheses D minus E in parentheses divided by C equals F. Everything on this page follows that formula. And this is really, this page changes every solitary year. You can change it every year. So when you do this page, it's not set in stone. Next year, whoever your treasurer is can change it. So this page is not set in stone. But if you look at the page where you go across, where it has paint, building paint, if you do the formula on this, you will find that the formula doesn't work. So that means that column is wrong. Therefore, if the column is wrong, and listen to me, and I'm trying to be as careful as I can. If you go down column E, the bottom there, that 2,537,242 is that amount there, is going to be the amount that goes over on and I'll show you the page and I can tell you it. It's Wildwood Springs 2026 Pooled Reserve. It's the last page in your pack. The last page in your pack. And at the very top, number 1, year 2026, beginning your balance must match that column. All these numbers are not just helter-skelter. They don't just come out of the food and stuff. There really, truly is a message to this man. That number must match. So if it's incorrect on this page and it follows over to this page, you got a problem. So right now you have one problem. Because the bottom line here that you put together from this column and you transfer it over to the last page is incorrect. Is that clear or is that mismatch?
Well, you're talking about the 2,537,000.
Pardon me? The 2,537,000.
Well, if you go to the back.
Incorrect because the balance here at the bottom of your column E is incorrect. Because the line item that you took across from building paint does not follow the formula, so it's incorrect. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, all right.
That I can guarantee you is incorrect. Fix it? Can I fix it? Yes, but I'm not. We've done this for how many years, guys? You all know how long it's been, right? But remember, it's been a long time. So now I'm gonna go on, I'm just gonna leave that for food for thought, but I'm gonna go on with a few other questions, okay? And they're questions, truly they are, because I haven't done this for a long time. So my next question is, when I look at this, and this column is so very important, this column E. When you look at
Page you
this,
on now?
pardon me?
What page are you on?
Reserve funding.
Going right back through the first page that I showed you that I did that, those columns and the formulas. It's the reserve funding, and actually that's called, another word for that is called schedule. And you know, you can get this all off the internet. In fact, I printed the whole thing off. It's a small schedule, it's only about this big, but it tells you step by step how to create your budget, how to do your reserve, how to do your operating thing. I have it at home if anybody wants to copy it, I can give it to the office. But it's very self-explanatory, it's right on the internet. And it's up to date. You know, if you're interested, I do have it, I printed it out, if you're interested. So anyway, this is a really, and it changed, this thing, remember, changes, so you don't have to be all inclusive when you do it 1 year. The next year it can change, it doesn't have to be the same. So my next question is, how important is it, because you're using this a lot when you're coming up with your budget. So I have a question that I don't know, and I really mean this, when we are talking about putting a coat on our roof, and we're saying that, John, you have to help me out. The warranty on the roof coating, when does that, when do we have to put the new coating on the roof?
After the roof, we've got 3 more years, after the roof's had 2 more years.
Okay, so this is 25, so that would be 28.
It'll be 28 and 27, yeah.
27, 20, 27, and 20, 28. And the balance there is $1,800, right?
Correct.
$800,000.
1.8 million.
Back. Okay, so we have on this page, I'm using as my Bible, by the way, because I think it's such an important page. So going across the top, on the roof coating, you've got 900,000, 900,000, and we've got a useful life of 10 years. I really have a problem when you start putting in useful life of 20, 30, 40, 60 years. That blows my mind. I mean, you're probably all going to be dead by now, and I'm not too sure why you're budgeting for money to 20, 30, 60. Oh, smokes, that's a long time to be budgeting money for. That's a long time going down the schedule. Wait, that's a long time to be budgeting money for. So, but to go back to my original thing that I'm questioning and I'm wondering about, is that when you're replacing the roof now, that's not due until 37 and 38.
We don't.
Pardon me? No, talking about the new roof, that's 37 and 38. We hope. It's iffy. I know, Stephen, I agree. I know it's iffy. And that's one of my, because on this schedule, remember, you've got 10 years, you're scheduling $900,000 and $900,000. And on the same schedule, you are putting in to replace the roofs. Exactly. But they overlap. You're overlapping there. So my question is, are we double taking money out for these things? Are we, you're shaking your head, and that's great, because I'm wondering why. So maybe you can explain to me why we are double funding those two separate categories. You understand what I'm asking about?
I do.
Okay.
So we've been collecting for a roof membrane, if it has a 10-year life, we want to collect. Can you hear me on that?
Pardon me?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so if you have a roof membrane that has a 10-year life, we want to be collecting from owners over 10 years. If you have a roof deck that has a 20-year life, you ideally want to collect that over 20 years. Before, to minimize how much you're going to, so if you say you decide you don't want to collect for the roof deck over 10 years, you want to wait till you have 5 years to go. So that's that much more money you will have to charge unit owners in those last 5 years to pay for a roof deck. So you might, on paper, you're seeing all of that, but there are two different things that are happening. The warranty for the roof membrane is only 10 years. At the end of 10 years, we have to do a roof deck replacement.
But my question is, you don't know which way we're going. So what if you've been collecting for 10 years, but at that 10-year time, you don't get to do the coating, you have to do a new roof and you're gonna be short. So why aren't you collecting for the new roof? And then, if you can do the membrane, you got enough for that, and you've already collected for the new roof. And there's extra money there, then you start using that to go for the new roof at the time.
So all we can do is do our estimates at this point out. And we had this discussion now, what if we kind of we're about to do membrane? And it's the insurance company has decided, no, you gotta do the roof deck. We will take the money accumulated for the membrane so far and put it towards for the deck.
Yes, I don't agree with that, and I say that's just my opinion.
But we operate under a pool reserve concept. If you read the reserve manuals,
Pardon?
we operate under a pool reserve concept, so.
But you also, under the pool, you have it under the roof replacement also.
So what we're doing under a replacement is we're collecting that money out towards to barrel in.
You're double collecting here. You're double collecting right now, because you got them both under your estimated value. I think we should be double collecting.
If I'm a homeowner, association with their house, and I know I have to, homes have this membrane concept versus replacing. Okay, but let's say there's two concepts. I gotta do the membrane on my house in 5 years, so I'm saving money for that. I know in 20 years, I gotta do the roof deck. I
We
want to
don't,
be
we don't
saving.
know that. We don't know that. We're in a quandary.
We
We
have
don't
to go
know
by,
that.
warranties and John from experience.
But we don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do.
Would you prefer an assessment?
No,
Or
I
just-
just prefer we start saving for the roof replacement. And then when we know, we will have enough money for the film. And pay for that, and then we'll still have enough money to work to if we have to do the other one. But right now, we're top collecting for both. And I would rather see us
Hopefully,
collecting
we'll do the
for,
membrane and get another 10 years.
but we don't know if that's gonna happen. So right now.
Before we do the membrane, they're gonna tell us, I'm sure.
But right now, we're collecting for both. Anyway, that's fine. I just brought it up. I'm not gonna debate with you, and I think, I don't.
Well, the insurance guy we talked to, he came to the budget meeting, he said unequivocally that the insurance companies look at the permit. When was the roof permit? Well, the roof wasn't permitted, 2006. So, and they're looking at 20 years. So no matter, there's a possibility of in a year and a half, 2 years, they're gonna say, membrane's not doing it. You have to replace your roof deck now. So we won't have all the money to do that.
So why not just increase it, right? That's my opinion. I
We
understand.
would have to increase it if we were preparing for the roof deck in 2 years. We would have to increase it. What?
Significant.
Significant.
Now, here. Right now that you jump out here, and you've got money for $900 in the next 2 years, that's 1,800.
Come on, hurry up.
And then you also got to replace the roofs. Estimated balance for both of those that you look at, and both.
Right, and you can't wipe out your reserve balance without being able to total all these other items. So.
You got it. Anyway, it's something I think you should look. That's one. You know, there are a few other.
Can I just say one thing? When you sort of numbers, you said, what if? 2026, that early, when they're, instead of doing the membrane, then they just do the room deck. You have to actually do a special assessment. And that would be, I mean, we just ran rough 9 ducks. About 9 ducks.
Our dues are going up out of the groups.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking right now, and I didn't go on and tell everybody that it really should look like, the most important thing is the next page where you got your cash plan detail. This detail could be a direct reflection from this.
Answer one question.
This should be a complete reflection of what's here. The carport replacement, $500. They come directly off here. And some, that should be here, but nothing is here on the road. We're not doing anything, that for in 2025 or 2026.
You have to go out. Was it the roof membrane?
It doesn't come up until 20.
Are you talking about the roof deck?
2027 is when you see the first $900 coming.
That's the roof coating.
Exactly.
2026 is, oh, that's the roof price, that's carport roofs, yes. 2027. Yeah.
So that's where you should see a direct correlation coming off of your schedule or your reserve funding over to where you're paying your prescription. There should be a direct correlation if you're following your budget more it comes from.
Right.
I just don't know, sometimes even the board knows this is where it comes and this is what we're paying. I mean, it does follow, it doesn't just jump out of the complete sky, it does follow. Okay? Okay, the next thing I wanted to add, and I don't, or it has completely blown my maybe try one. But you know, we put about $17,000, but I guess we have moved before. We have 2 categories now, sports courts and the sports courts resurfacing. And of course, at first time I ever saw it with putting negative amount into estimated balance, which I know 2 negatives make a balance positive, so you just add it to the 170 and then match the point. But it's still kind of weird to see all of a sudden it was $270,000 in your replacement cost. If you look down, you should take a look at your reserve funding or your schedule here. Really fast. The courts used to run you about $17,000. And now all of a sudden, the court, and just for your information, you need to pay attention. The courts are now costing you $270. I don't know why. You should ask. Oh, I should.
Well, I can say, Sue, on that, the $17,000 was totally incorrect and insufficient.
Okay.
So those are prior mistakes there.
Don't get jump from.
Yeah, no. And the reason you're seeing a 0 is you want to fund it back. They actually had to borrow from other funds when your pool's reserves. Yeah, okay.
So the other thing was, but if you haven't noticed it, you should notice it. And I hope you know what pool reserves mean, that they can kind of jump around and take money from anything just so that you know. So but when they do that, you know that they're going to come from another category, so that means that other category will come from the short and instantly. So pay attention to where they're jumping from one place to another. Take it. And if you're not, you're going to be short. Okay, so I noticed also on this, and I just noticed it at this meeting, your entry slab that you talked about for this year. You don't have anything on your schedule for this coming year. And are they all in anything? You don't have anything?
The reason why we don't have anything is the research study literature, which you said you have. And I also have many different sources.
This gate function.
Pardon?
I just didn't want to.
Okay, so you do not have to start collecting for that line item or that category until you're in your budget window. Our budget window is 20 years. So once we are trying to, we talked about this, you know, there's got to be a note somewhere. Once we get down to 20 years to go, then we're going to start collecting for whatever those estimates are going to be in that, for that expenditure in that 20-year window.
Your 20 years, what is that?
We forecast 20 years of expenditures.
That's up new.
No, you won't, even when you look, it's 20 years. If you go to this.
Oh, yeah, that.
That's 20 years.
That year.
It changes. You don't have to start collecting for something 60 years out. You start collecting within your budget window.
There's very, very little expenses left on that particular project, and it was gonna be paid out of building repairs.
Okay, I just wondered, because it was brought up today, and we're talking about building repairs, and not that.
We didn't feel we needed one for that particular aspect.
Okay, so it was brought up today, so it's good about it if we have.
Yes.
Oh, no. Is the budget committee open to homeowners to attend if they're helpful?
You're fine. Always.
So it's on every Zoom call.
So others could have done it.
It starts in June or July.
First meeting in July, we go over, the budget for the first, see how the budget works, yes. So
Very
July will be the first meeting next year.
And the last thing I wanted to kind of bring up are the carport roofs, which would probably I would just bring up for historical purposes. I know not everybody owns a car. It has always been, remember, some people own carports, some people don't. It has always, yes, a carport. And I see here on a carport, we also have replaced and to, whoa, we have two categories. You need to look at that when you do your budget, if you're gonna replace them or you're gonna replace. And luckily in coding it's at 0. So, but you need to pay attention to those things. The other thing is that's always been a sore spot, I guess, with people who do not own carports. At one point, people wanted to change that, and actually the people who own carports were supportive of taking over the carports themselves. But we were always told by the powers to be that the only way it could change is that the documents would have to be changed. I don't see a big deal to doing that, but it never happened. So those of you who also have that concern because you don't own a carport and you don't think you should pay for that expense, it might be something you bring up again.
Just like we shouldn't pay for the second floor. We shouldn't pay for the second floor. First,
Those of us who live on the ground floor.
I'm not talking about that right now.
this is not the place. What was you discussing?
Because
In a board, some,
anyway, I think that's my piece. And I think to do what they were saying that the operating budget has increased by 108, approximately. As a teacher, and this would. Your operating budget has increased by approximately $185,000. Now, I talked to John about this, and he used to be calling me, but I love John, and we have a great relationship, I think, and so I know most of that is salary. And he explained that to me, so I'm certainly not going to have, I don't have any complaints about that, but you should really stop and think, $185,000 in salaries primarily. That's a lot of money in salary. I'm only bringing it up to you. I'm not asking you to change anything, but you should be aware. And with that, I close my presentation and got left there.
So if I may, so, you make points well taken, points very well taken. There are really 11 or 12 reasons why that 185,000 was up, okay? Salaries, average, 20,000, it's 20,000 per salary. Okay? You've got interest, we pay out of the reserves on the taxes, we have to pay tax on the interest earned on CDs. So that comes right off, that's, you don't budget for that necessarily, because if you budgeted for that, the owners would be paying it and then you'd be paying it again. So that's there. Health insurance gone up a little bit, it's gone up a little bit, but it goes every year. Bookkeeping service is up. Irrigation parts, tree trimming, external building repairs. And these are minor, but by the time you add them all up, they make 185. Mulch, building supplies, water and sewer and natural gas. So it's a little bit of everything all the way up. I mean, you make a good point. You make a good point.
Cynthia, Martha, children. You bet. In fact, is that ever, do you have a relationship with these person?
No, I think it's a good point. It's something that ends up affecting the carrier. I mean, if we were doing $500,000 a year or something of that nature, it would have a major effect because it would lower or put a tighter budget, if you will, for the expenditure. It's 259,000 if that was the figure, so on something that's already 2.5 million. Okay, so the bottom line is, at the end of 20 years, if you look at the calculation, there's over $7 million left. That means by the time we change it, if we change it next year, that we utilize in the same thing. Instead of $7.5 million in the bank, you'll have 7.2 in the bank. So if it was much more significant number, it would be a bigger deal. I'm saying.
You don't think it's material enough to reach there?
Correct. But it's a point of interest, and she's right about the formula.
Which, I didn't see an error, so
Okay.
we just go back over
Yeah.
there.
Basically, so I mean, yes, the painting.
Okay, just.
Now, bottom line is that we're showing, all right.
Because
Fine.
even all those numbers, so they're
Yeah.
correct in,
Building paint, okay,
yeah.
we're showing that we'll have at the end of the year a balance of 350. When actually, well, yeah, I see your point.
Right. So we'll have a balance of 350.
Yeah,
But we
but we're really, it's gone. We haven't, the way you almost have to look at it, it's really gone because we signed $1 million contract with less money in the bank.
Right, so the typical formula that you think you're expecting to see isn't gonna work, because we haven't collected enough to finish the painting contract.
But we can reassess it, but it's a not, you know, some people that much money might be material, but this is basically a bookkeeping situation that in the big picture for us, because of the pool reserve, because of the other monies we have, is a non-material issue. But it's a good point, and why not follow the rules, right? So.
Yeah. That would fix the other numbers, I can make it work, that is challenging.
It's not.
Right.
I call for a vote.
All right, Mark, there's a motion on the floor to adopt the operating and the reserve.
Okay, so the motion is to accept the 2026 budget as proposed. by the budget committee. Oh. Well, let's see, go back and read the order. Both operating and reserves. Okay, Cookie. Dan,
I approve.
I approve. Shannon,
Approve.
Steve, Steve Ratchett. Leslie. Monica. Approve. Mar.
Approve.
Tammy. Go, Tammy. Get the blonde out of here. Tiffany, Barbara, John West.
Approved.
It's adopted.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to. We would like to thank everybody on the budget committee. We put a lot of time into it, and in my opinion, this puts us in a position that probably no other community in Florida has, as far as financial. And I've talked to a couple realtors actually over the last couple of months that look at our financials and show it to prospective home buyers, and the realtors just, oh my God, never seen anything like yours. Just nobody has this. So I think it's a pretty good increase, but we're really only $100 quarter, because we gave back $100 2 years ago.
A month.
A month, yeah, $50. And, but for the shape it puts us in, I think we hopefully will be able to get through maybe at least one, maybe even 2 more years without changing maintenance fees. And as you all know, our neighbors are paying $2,500 a quarter. That's $500 higher than our biggest unit. So, and over the last couple of years, they've had those huge assessments on top, so. Anyways, John.
Just want to also say that we have anticipated the budget to be adopted, but we are ready for mailing some coupons to be worked on starting immediately. I always get a question, how come I get the coupon by the 15th of December, or whatever, even though it's not due till January? You should get it certainly within that time. So be on the lookout for the coupon books, for those of you who do not have the automatic debit.
New business. Next. Communications.
I'd like to take, if chair allows me to do, we've had a request come in since the publication, or they may be aware of this request. We talked about it earlier in the building department, just to add one. What's happened that the unit 511 had an issue of a stopped up drain system, where everything backed up from wherever into the bathtub and the tub and the toilet. This happened according to the owner about 8 o'clock at night, and she took it upon herself to decide not to call us because she felt the office was closed. Just what I understand. And she called, what's it, list?
Angie's List.
Got the name of a plumber. How coincidental could ever happen? It's a plumber that we ran off the property. Because of what they promised and what they delivered and what they charged. But anyway, she got the thing fixed for $9,000, which she paid. She
Guy said he wouldn't do it unless you paid him first.
Oh.
That should have been her first clue.
Anyway, and she now asked for reimbursement because what was done would be association responsibility if in fact she called us. It might not have been done that night. It might have been some relief that night. There might not have, don't know. We didn't know about it. So right now under communications, the unit owner Moran in 511 is requesting reimbursement for $9,000 repair. The plumber worked 9 hours, $1,000 an hour.
So where did she find that plumber?
And she's with
Oh, and people. So that's a lesson you learned there.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Incidentally, that brought us to when the roofers came in, we asked them if they were part of Anschutz, and they all said no.
Can I ask a question, general question, that being everybody's like in awe of how much paid, but is the board or the association only obligated to pay reasonable expense?
We had an issue a lot like this. In Pinehurst after the hurricane. The owner of 149 did not want to wait. I told her that the in-house employees would be doing the repairs for her unit. And it might be 4 to 6 weeks because of everything going on. She went out and had it done on her own, and then she asked for the money to be paid. We sent our employee in, unbeknownst to what was charged her, and he came up with a price. And the price was, in his part, about $3,800. She paid $7,800. So she was amenable to get the $3,800 refund because we would have had to expend that. So this could be applied here. We could call, say, Tim Plant or any other reputable plumber and find out what they would have charged or what they would have done. This amount. This plumbing company did a lot of work, no doubt about it. They excavated and they repiped and they put in new. I mean, my goodness, they rebuilt that whole system under there. But I think that if the board was interested in helping Miss Moran out, because they would have paid something, you know, have me go ahead and get a hold of Tim Plant, have him price it out, and offer Miss Moran that.
I think that's very fair.
Very fair. Generous.
Well, I mean, we have 24-hour maintenance on duty. Jeff will answer the phone and call back immediately. So if anything, any kind of emergency, I would call the office line, get a hold of Jeff, and then Jeff will, no, we don't do that. Or, yes, we do. Yeah. At least find out. I'll get it fine. Especially when it's something that's connected to the buildings themselves.
How's it called?
You lost your cat, don't call us.
Why was it going on?
John,
Lost the dog.
hey, John,
Do we need a motion for that, or we just
Quickly. What we're trying to do. So yes, I think the motion should be made if that's what you wish to do.
I think that's the fair thing to do.
shouldn't this be back? Shouldn't this go to committee and have the committee come back with a recommendation based on the dollars? Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Based on the recommendation from the building committee to have a reputable plumber come and assess what that would have cost. And offer that price to Ms. Moran. Ms. Moran.
Not what it would have cost. What they would have done, it would.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, not what they did, that's right.
That's right. What they would have done, how they would have assisted, what they would have charged.
yeah.
You know, the roll call, something we want to. Does anybody object to that? Yeah, that's all right.
Which seconded that?
Second.
Thank you, Mark, second. Any opposed? Okay, that's what we'll do.
Continuing on communication. I'm sorry. Letter was sent to owner, Verizon, again, it's Ronald, so this. Nikki, Delaware Nikki, unit 570 regarding keeping his dog on a leash from outside. No response yet, but he's been absolutely warned about this. I might want to again add something because it just happened this morning. Unit 107 had been fined by this board $300 for 3 times letting her cats run free.
Don't tell.
I'm sure the cats would run much freer than that, but those we have documented. And she was fined $100 each occasion. She hired an attorney and decided to fight. This morning we got a check for the $300.
Here.
Her attorney, when challenged what we did, he understood that it was well within the statutory requirements of everything we followed. So now, as I understand it, cats are still running free. So anybody with a camera in that area who wants to take pictures, or we can, we can go up to $1,000 on it.
Put the money in the budget.
That's right. So we did that, and the next there's a request from a unit owner daughter, Mrs. Ingraham, temporarily keep a motorcycle on the street due to the fact that her car's died, and it'll be a while. And there should be a letter or a note in the group stating that until she can get the transmission for her car, could she keep a motorcycle on?
Wanna go to seven?
I probably put it in here.
334.
334.
Is a motorcycle or a motor scooter?
Cycle, that's it.
Cycle?
It's been a motorcycle.
324.
Vehicle that broke down. It's a Volvo, transmission quit. I needed to go to school, but I can get to work and go to school on a motorcycle. I'm in no financial position to rent a car, but I have an exemption for a couple of weeks so I can get my car up and running again. I hate to ask, but we've been living here since 2017, and I would greatly appreciate you guys, I guess girls do, would be willing to work with them.
Yeah, I move to approve.
And I'll second it.
Sell the motorcycle and pay for the motor. Sorry.
What kind of time limit are we gonna put it?
Can I ask a question? What, do we have any more information about, is she committed with a certain station? Or that the transmission is on order? She could only need a few weeks, or because to me, the way it's worded. Yes, it's,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want
I
that
think
in
we
her
need to-
situation, but. I don't, it leads us to be almost open-ended, so
No, I don't want to leave it open-ended either.
Yeah, that's,
can we get information about?
Can we,
call it 3 weeks.
Month.
oh, she said
30
2
days.
weeks if we give her 3 weeks.
She said few days.
Is that a few weeks?
Yeah.
What's it gonna cost?
Start date.
Where does she keep it?
Where does she keep the motorcycle now?
Apparently, it's in the courtyard in front of there.
I mean, before that,
Apparently, for her
it
courtyard.
was not there the whole time?
No, December 15th. Let's pick a date. December 15th. December 10th.
30 days, give it 30 days, yeah.
There's plenty of time.
The hand raising.
Well,
Yeah.
right now, there's a motion on the floor to approve her request. Shannon made it, and who seconded it?
Steve.
John.
Let's say approved till December 15th.
So you're amending the motion to rate December 15th.
But, Tom, you have somebody,
Second, did they amend them? Does the seconder accept the amendment?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you down here. I have a question out there.
Tom, this person is in Sherwood. Is she close enough to the parking lots?
In Springdale.
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 Springdale. She's close enough to the parking lots up front. She can park it there and just walk to the parking lot, get a second and get to the Stoner's Pizza, that area.
Oh, boy, won't be there long.
Oh, let's do.
Please, quiet. Any other discussion?
Okay, what's the downside of it?
It's a motorcycle. Okay, the downside is precedent.
Right.
yeah.
The press she asked for 2 weeks, give her 2 weeks. Then she'll have to come view it for another week, and then your grace will allow that. Well, that you're gonna have. That's all, excuse me, John, from Paltry, and we in the back here. My only concern is the precedent, and this guy's car is to work on you next, he's got it on blocks, and can I get it to you? I think just something to think about, I'm not trying to be a.
Well said.
So looking at the letter here, it's exactly what she.
She said there's only 100 of those cars in the United States, so she's gonna have a hell of a time getting a part.
Request for just
A few weeks.
a few weeks.
There's only 100 of those.
Say twelve per request.
It's part of the part.
You're right, that's what I would have.
Too bad.
Yeah.
You wanna stick with a 15 days? Alright.
Something like that.
December 15th is about that.
Well, she wrote this one, everybody brought up. The gentleman in the back brought up, it's a very dangerous festival.
Order. Come on, yeah, please.
She can push it out to the boulevard, then get on.
So all things. Did you see?
Alright, let's, you ready to vote on?
Can I make one more comment? You guys? Yeah. Perfect.
I was gonna put what she asked for 3 weeks.
Exactly what she asked for.
I just want to make a comment, Ted. If you own a condo here, you know motorcycles are not allowed. So why are we discussing approving temporary motorcycle that she owns?
That she can actually
When she knows more,
not push it out, but ride it out.
if you live here, why would you buy a motorcycle?
Don't forget. To
You did borrow.
You guys make me get rid of my heart rate.
You still wanna go with the 15?
December 1.
Next on.
That's less than two.
That's less.
It's on the 11th of November.
Step on.
Some precedent, I think we should.
Got a good point. They're thinking that they should stop partners. There's those.
I think the chance.
question was made that she parked it at the office. Next to the office. Oh, well, so that's work.
We get that request about once a day, or a truck, or a motorcycle, or something else. I'm very empathetic to her needs. I think it's a very dangerous question. I agree.
I withdraw the motion. I do, I didn't know this every day getting a motion like.
We do, if somebody else wants to put something on it.
Who's got an extra car?
I see that.
Okay.
Where does she work? I take her to work every day. She want to get a light on.
Nobody brings the motion, then it's not so, not approved.
Their RVs and trailers, we do permits for pickup trucks when it's necessary. I don't see this as being that much different. And it's not really breaking precedent because we already write permits for things. And as long as we're putting a time frame on it, like we do for every other vehicle that we determine to stay in here when it's not in the rules for them to stay, I don't see how this is any different. I think it's fair to give her time to get her car fixed. No, shut up, don't call. Well, she's 21 years old and she's flying a mobile home. Shouldn't be, she's like, it will be like.
Any second to that, because we can't discuss it until it's a second.
Is she making a motion? Yes. Then I will second it with these new changes that we have made here in regards to the timing and the fact that it's outside the square. We do it now for many, many other things where we have guests and things like this. As long as it's for a short-term process and it does not disrupt the neighborhood.
Well, John, you understand that motion where we did all the changes, then withdrawn. All we have from Tiffany, as I understand it, Tiffany, is you made a motion to allow her request. Yes.
Period. Yeah.
December 15th. I think there's a holiday in between that gives her 3 weeks to get the truck.
John, do you second?
Yes, I do.
Call a question.
Call
it. How we're gonna do it next? Come down for it.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Discussion's over.
I see.
Wait,
I would like,
that's vague.
Sure it is.
So, that's for sure.
Oh.
And I want one.
That, the second number, yeah.
All right,
Not west side, is what I was.
apparently, the motion is to allow for 15 days. The Arabella Effingham, December 15th, 334 Springfield to park a motorcycle. Cookie. Dan,
No,
I say no. Shannon,
Can I abstain?
tell me why.
Oh, jump on. Oh, get up.
I'm stuck in the middle of a conflict.
Well, that's not a good reason.
Yes, it is.
So yes or no?
No.
Steve?
No.
Steve?
No.
Leslie? Monica?
Yes.
Marv?
Yes.
Tammy? Tiffany? Barb Carey? John West?
Yes.
Okay, that's 4 yeses and
Looks like.
no. It's defeated.
Ah, humbug.
It's a can of worms. Last, since you under.
That'll be-
Authorize the hourly employee collection. Each year report.
What rise it?
There's some missions.
It's like, I've never voted, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. There was a final letter, sent to the board regarding, the termites at 733. The owner felt that, we hadn't investigated, an area of potential termites, enough. But that has been resolved. Actually, last week, we resolved it, and he was at the, building committee meeting this morning and thanked us for how we would resolve it. So
Great.
bottom line is that we're going to inject that particular area with some termite treatment from aardvark without inspecting, without having the cost of inspection or anything like that. We're just gonna lay his peace of mind and just shoot it up.
Happy termite.
Yeah, okay, is that right? Okay. Finally, we have a authorization of the holiday fund. Every year, the board authorizes the collection that serves as a bonus for the employer. Usually it's the form of a motion.
I move that we take up the holiday collection for our employees once again. Second. You move that what happened to the message? Oh, that's all.
Object?
No.
No objection? No. Okay, vote on.
Okay, well. Each year we get a question of when is it gonna stop? When does collection end? Okay, yeah, I got that.
12/20, is that what it is?
Calendar, but, yeah, we have it going real quick, just so I can announce.
John, should put it in the newsletter though.
Yeah, it was in the newsletter. Let's see, Christmas is 25th. That means probably the,
12/19?
December 17th.
oh, no, that's way too early. We, I would say that the 23rd, probably, we could collect up to the 23rd, till like it work. Because, even this, when we publish it, even when we publish it, sometimes we get collections in January. Finally, in manager's report. Manager's report, we're currently concentrating on repairing and replacing rather wood areas ahead of the painting process. If you see something, more eyes the better, let us know. Landscaping materials are being trimmed back to accommodate the painting project. Sometimes that becomes somewhat onerous in some people because they might hit some bugs or something like that, but we have to allow for them to get in there. Asphalt repairs on Sherwood and Springdale Drive are complete. Wall damage in the hurricane has been restored and will be painted. It's been painted this week.
Which hurricane?
Yep. Major tree removal in Sherwood by our crew, saving over thousands of dollars over quotes from tree companies, was done when our own crew took down the tree that was considering dangerous. And the number of service requests received since the last meeting, 340.
Very good.
Skip the security committee appointment.
Yes, I'm on it right now. Okay.
All of the agenda.
I am going to appoint a new committee chair for the security committee. Jim's health was keeping him from being out very much. And getting a lot of the stuff done. John and I have been meeting with all the code enforcement, sheriffs, walking the trails, or I've been walking the trails with them. Jim has done a lot for this association, no doubt, over the years. We really appreciate it. And I offered him to stay on. He's apparently decided not to. But I'm appointing Steve Marichek. As the chairman for the security committee, and we have several owners that want to join the committee already. We just need, committees need to have meetings with minutes and with availability for owners to come to those meetings, and that just has not happened. And I think we looked it up, the last meeting minutes for security committee was 2017. That's one of the reasons it's funny. So anyways, there's your new security chairman. And to walk the trail. I don't. I walked with the guys, went all the way from 43rd Street across back right shopping center all the way to our driveway. Oh, wow. In the woods there. And we found about 8 months ago, we found 3 camps back there, and the code enforcement guys asked me if we could have our guy come down and give them a hand empty. They could haul all this stuff out, drugs, tents. We just had them up there. I just sent off a text because I have the guy's cell phone number now, both of them. And so we got one camp that's it's like a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, it's got a double bed mattress. So, anyways, I'll work with you. Thank you. And that's, what's that? Managers report, you already did that?
Yep.
Committee reports. Sure.
The next school committee meeting is December 2nd, 2022 at 10 a.m. Everybody knows about the security issues, blah, blah, blah.
Touch on that just for a second. We had the first time we got a report that the gates were closed at 10 o'clock, 9:56. I had the text, it came from actually a board member. Karen's not here, is she? But that was November 4th. So it's gonna take a one phone call, one day to fix. Yet we had last Thursday morning, a lady come in for this first time. She was not happy. So that's things, drag out like that. And I know that John has called, but we hope to get a lot more communications with the guards and that stuff.
That's the security issue. That's not a pool issue.
I never realized 250 people swam between 10 and 11.
Yeah, evidently we have a lot of calls. Okay, building committee. We had a meeting this morning. You've already heard about everything. Our next meeting is going to be December 15th, 10 a.m. at the office. If you'd like to join us. This will all be posted, of course, on your mailboxes. Let's see. Landscaping.
Everything's going great for landscape. We meet this Thursday at 10 a.m. in the office, and you're all welcome to join.
What's your December one? 18.
Thursday, fall, September 18th.
Okay. All right. Everyone's- Yes, Leslie.
Steve, can I ask that we put a small sign up on every mailbox saying the size of advertisements should be limited to 8 and a half. Small.
I thought they were supposed to be on like 3x5 cards.
Huge, yeah.
Well, she's talking about advertising. So, unit for sale, that type of stuff.
We have phantom, we have phantom bullet board, cleaners in most clusters.
Yeah, Karen put up some stuff and then later tore it down in ours. Let's see. IT.
Okay,
Hey, Dave, come on.
yeah, well, planned updates will be done by the end of the year, as we've talked about, maybe my next meeting is going to be, December report.
Okay. Barbie, got anything in newsletter?
It's updated. Even though David's doing all the updates to websites, the links in the newsletter, it is my understanding.
Yeah.
Correct, okay, so that's still good. I mean, even if they were, we would put an updated version on the website anyway, but that's good news. We don't have to do anything yet. David, you really work on checking everything, so thank you. And then roughly 6 months from now, next spring, we'll gear up again. So hopefully we get participation, recommendations for articles, and volunteers. We always love that stuff. Okay.
Thank you. Barb did a great job with that last newsletter. Okay, director's comments. Steve.
Well, according to Barbara Jenkins Matheway here, the last reports in 2017 for security, so I've got 8 years to come up with one. Oh, for me,
In December.
oh, we'll have one, they'll probably do it on a,
25th.
yeah. But we will have December. December 10th. And I just have to get my group, which I don't know where they are. That's all I know.
Okay, great. Barbara.
No comments, I'm good.
Leslie.
I'm fine.
Good. Barb.
I just want to thank everybody in the audience who came to join us today.
Thank you, Larry. That's a difference in so often. Absolutely.
No, no.
Dan.
Nope.
Only, thank you. Come on up. Come on up here. Give us your unit number and your village.
I own 518,
Put it right up.
518 Springdale, I guess.
Five.
Just say 518.
I would just like to know if the board members are all certified with the state.
Yes.
We are.
Could you give me how many condominiums go what? So that was for. And so for. Yes.
That actually belonged to another company, and I had to go to classes, that's why I wanted to make sure, because it's very, very knowledge information.
That's not for you.
On the website, under the board selection, each of the board members have their certificates posted. So you can actually look at that and find out when they expire.
Give me the test board.
I like those kind of questions. Anybody else? No, all good? Oh, in the back, come on.
I know that the lights in the pool are new, and I understand the initiative and for security, but if I had to ask somebody a question, do I talk to pool person or do I talk to security person?
What's the question?
The question is, if you're at pool 7, and there are, believe it or not, there are a lot of people go after dark. When you sit in the hot tub, the lights are blazing on. Like it kind of, and I'm not trying to get into the whole experience, but I'm not the only person saying it, but when you go to the pool at night and you sit in the hot tub for 10 minutes, you like to see the stars, you like to see the nice trees. But all it is basically you're on the spot. It's and so I thought this was just my thought. Again, I don't want to, security is the front issue here, but if they put a timer on the lights between 11 and 6, then you would eliminate the lights coming on when, unless a security issue is happening. If people that are coming into the pool that we're trying to, eliminate, if they're coming in at dark, well, then I understand, but I just wanted to mention that from a owner's perspective, that the lights blazing on you when you're there, it's kind of.
Suntear.
Right, you make a good point. In that fictional world, we can't do that. We kind of put it together on the fly to try to get something initial. It's not a feasible.
But if that's going to impede the security issue, then
No.
it's not like that important.
Now, the issues always happen later in the evening, after midnight or whatever. So they will down.
As a come at night, I know they're usually home and not at work, but you can clearly see how the light is. And I get them pointing to the gate, but there's one in particular. It's great. They're great. They're awesome. If you're landing a helicopter, but it's pointed right at you.
Wear sunglasses.
Oh, 7, I think she.
Wear sunglasses and behave yourself.
Pool 7.
Had sensors on those.
Sure.
They just don't move.
Fine.
Yeah, because I walked there after dark or at 6 a.m. and you were correct, they are very intense. But they're on those 2 gates. I'll have to talk to Jack and see if we can take one of them down so it's not hitting right on the hot tub. But we do have it right on that gate and the other gates, because those are the ones that were being intruded.
And that's not a problem. I support saying it. We looked at one of them.
Right. Like I said, you can't really have to.
No. Anybody else? Order. That's what we like to hear. Next board meeting. Workshop, 9th. Tuesday the 9th, 10 a.m. Board meeting Monday the 15th. Right here, 2 o'clock. Good.
12:09 and 12:15.
Yep.
Tentative and 2 p.m.
Back from the other.
1400.
You lower there, so much less. We got so much for that one.
They don't, still not have a
Second by Mar.